Hello Chitril, thank you very much for your email. This is very interesting to know that you're going one level up in terms of looking at email marketing through RSS feeds. Pretty interesting. Though we don't cover this on the module, I understand this is probably one of the requirements that we should also include during a third module when we demonstrate how to use MailChimp. Well, time is definitely a factor, and that's one of the reasons why we don't extend coverage on such topic which is not prominently in use, right? I'm very glad that you're making an earnest effort to move forward and look at the other options available on MailChimp. Coming back to the question that you had asked me, you have a feed which is related to Google Alerts for a keyword called Bitcoin. And I also understand that the link that you had sent me is probably the feed link where I can get the particular headlines from Google Alert. Well, I clicked on this particular link and then I was led to this particular page, which pretty much had all the topics related to Bitcoin for that particular moment of time, or maybe this particular day when we are looking at Google Alert using that particular option. I also understand that you had picked up this particular URL to actually send that to me. I would suggest that we make a slight alteration in how the RSS links are being picked up. If you take a closer look at the link at the bottom of this particular page here, this is the link that we are interested in. We may want to pick up this link and use this link on MailChimp. I'm going to click on this RSS feed link now and worry not about the output. Just be closely watching the URL. Copy this URL from here and then move on to MailChimp. Log into your panel and then come back to creating a campaign. Create a campaign and try and answer some of the questions that MailChimp is going to by default ask you. One such option would be to pick up amongst all the list of campaigning options you have, pick the last one, which is the RSS campaign. And after you move further, it would ask you to give in the feed URL where the topic is going to be retrieved from. So I'm going to paste the link that we just copied from here out of Google, and then it also is going to be requiring you to select the frequency on how many days or how many times would you want to pick up this keyword and send that as a message to all. Depending on your frequency, I suggest that you go ahead and make those changes along with the time. I'm going to just, for demonstration, going to pick up one day of the week and say that it's going to be a weekend on Saturday that we are going to do this particular campaign on. You will also notice that there is one checkbox that we could actually tick upon, which will automatically resize if there is any mismatch in the way that the content is being portrayed on a particular template. So I'm going to keep this active. Now check the box, click next in order to identify the recipients that we are likely to send the campaigns to. Depending on the list type, pick up the list type that is made for Bitcoin kind of newsletter, and then move further towards the setup and give your campaign a campaign name, like for example RSS Feed Campaign. Pick that up based on your topic. It could be Bitcoin, particular RSS feed that you're sending out to a set of audience. You may want to do that as well. And if you notice here on the subject line, you can actually go ahead and personalize the entire subject line based on the available name on your database. If the names are not available and just the email accounts are available, then I suggest that you can leave it as it is, or change the subject line the way you want it to be, but it can't be personalized until you bring the field into the database as well. I'm sure you know that. All right, I'm just making sure that the entire process is understood. Thank you very much. I'm going to be clicking next here in order to reach out to a template. If I've already designed a template, I can now always show in the path here or import that particular template outright here on MailChimp. If I don't have a template and I want to create one, choosing the one that is already predefined on the platform, I can click on the themes here, click the drop down menu, and then click the button which says RSS to email. Click that, and then you would notice that you have a few choices that you could make. in terms of the design. You can pick up anything that aligns with you. I'm going to randomly pick up one of those templates here, and I'll show you how this works out. When it comes to designing, we have very limited alterations that we could make here. We don't really have complete access to the template where we can change the way it looks. But what I suggest is, in case if you're looking at an advanced version of altering the template, I suggest that you send a test message to yourself, and I'm sure you know how to import the code out of your email template. Bring that into another editor. It could be Taco or it could be a Notepad++, whichever editor, HTML editor you're using. You could use that to actually edit a little further in terms of the design, if it is required. For now, if you're happy with this, I think we should go ahead and take a look at the preview on how the content is synchronizing in along with the template based on the fields that we have picked up from the RSS feed link. Now you will notice that there isn't much of a difference between what you had showed me earlier to what it looks like here on the template. Though it is not responsively ready, it's about the coding, and once the coding is done, you bet it would automatically transpire to fit in any mobile devices. By default, the template is not ready because this is extracting the content from Google, and we are actually picking up a web version of the newsletter, and it's not really a no, it's not really a template driven newsletter. So the browsers are completely different compared to the email template design that we can pick up. Hence, coding is a mandate if you want to look at responsiveness on the template. Once this is done, once you're comfortable with the design, click next, and that's the final stage where you confirm to execute the campaign out. If there is any errors in the way that we have done the RSS feed synchronization, it will quickly show you the cross mark where you can go back in and make some changes. If not, you would see all the tick marks like how we are looking at here, and then the final shot is start the RSS feed, and it starts to roll out. Well, I know you might be doing something different, and in case if this is not part of the video here, please feel free to jot your questions down and shoot another email out. Probably would respond in case if it is 1 or 2 lines. In case if it is not, I would go ahead and make another video which would become handy for the rest of the gang who hasn't been exposed to such particular campaigns. Thank you, Chitra. Look forward for your email. Thank you very much and happy learning. Bye bye for now.